Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I'm Mr. Randy, and today we're doing another brew review. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. All my returning viewers, you know how we do, so let's do it to it, and thanks for coming back again. So today we're doing another brew review. We're going another expression down the line of the Sierra Nevada. This one's a Citra Little Things IPA, Hazy IPA, coming in at 7.5% alcohol by volume. Family owned, operated, and argued over. The little asterisk. Sierra Nevada Brewing Company, Chico, California, and Mills River, North Carolina. There's your ale. Alcohol by volume, 7.5. Please recycle. Government warning. We'll pass on that. You don't need that. And that's it. I'm going to go ahead and give this a wipe. And, get it cracked, shall we? Ooh, okay. Get this pour on. So if you're new to the channel, whenever I do a brew review, it's a one and done deal, if you will. Basically, I try and find a single. If I can't, it gets dropped to the bottom of the list until I get to a point where I just can't hold off anymore. And then we start doing those. We'll do 6-packs, 12-packs. I often try and look for variety packs. I'm going to need two hands to set that down. I often do variety packs. I look for variety packs. It's got to build a nice head on that one. So they claim they use 2-row pale malts, Cats, malts, wheat, and carapils malts, Citra, Upalin, El Dorado, and Magnum hops. Man, my writing is a little bad on this one. Coming in with 25 IBUs. It's not too bad. It's on the lower end of the scale. That head is just slowly. We'll get a look at it here in just a second. For all my calorie count and carb conscious connoisseurs, calorie count is actually kind of high on this one, 247. It is an IBA. It is a hazy IBA. IPA. Now my speech is slurring. It's not. I haven't had a drop. I promise you. I get lazy. I had a speech impediment when I was a kid. Had therapy, and whenever I'm not concentrating hard enough, it sort of slips back in. So bear with me. Or as he would say, Frank would say, just beer with me. The carb count here is 20.9. So that's kind of interesting that you got a high calorie count with a moderate carb count. It's still kind of harsh at 20.9. But hey, there's 2.8 grams of protein. And I only paid $3.02 out the door from my not so local Total Wine & More. Let's get a look at that head, shall we? Give it a little bit of time to sort of, it's got a very slight off almond kind of color to it. It's very like oily sheen on top of it. That is really holding steady. Let's get it under the nose. Oh yeah, that's definitely a hazy IPA. I found out that I like to hang out in the IPA, hazy IPA. I don't like the Imperials because they're too heavy-handed. They just, a little bit too much. Everything is heavy. But yeah, you get some pininess. There's some hops, malts. Yeah, a little bit of citrus and pine. That's got a very nice nose. Nothing's too overwhelming, but it's definitely pronounced. All right, let's get it on the palate. In the comment section, would like to know. I know a few of my viewers and commenters that come in and they talk about these, and I've seen other videos from them as well. So Sierra Nevada, I forget how many expressions they have. I think there's one more in this line that I haven't had. And then the Sierra Nevada has quite a few, actually. There's some I've seen on the shelf that I don't see on their website. Let's keep going. It's definitely hazy. It's nice and beautiful. Look at that head. That head foam just, it doesn't want to go. Okay, here, have some before I start talking about it. I'll let you think about what you're getting before I start talking about what I'm getting. I like this one. Yeah, it sits right about in the middle where I like it. There is hops. There is malted. There's malt, wheat. I could definitely taste the wheat. I'm getting to know that El Dorado hop. I've had a few different ones that have had that El Dorado, and it does have a kind of peculiar taste to it. Keep forgetting to silence my watch. This is nice. This is relatively, as far as the IPAs, the hazies that I've had, it's relatively middle of the road. Nothing's extreme. I'm getting some little funky feeling on the cheeks and the jowls, and then that like side of the tongue where you just kind of whip that up and get some creaminess. It doesn't dry over the tongue as harshly as a lot of other ones I had, especially those Imperials, man. Yeah, so this is where I like to usually ride, right around here. The regular IPAs to the hazy IPAs. You know, just kind of go back and forth. And you start finding some good ones. So the nose is pretty good. The palate is, I would say the palate is a bit of a step down from the nose. The nose is a little bit more bright, a little bit more, I was able to pull a lot of the scents, the nosing apart. And the palate is a little different. It's got a little bit less complexity. See, I did it again. The palate has less complexity than the nose does, but it's not bad. It's a little different. The finish is actually relatively nice. There is a slight bit of dryness that goes first over the tongue, and then it creeps to the sides, to the cheeks. And it's a weird kind of sensation I don't think I've had from an IPA as of yet. Gives some good creaminess and wants to last for a little while. But before we hit that score, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button if you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. That way these videos will come straight to you. Channel update, just a quick one. Garage is coming along. I mean, the garage is done. Flag is in the mail. I'm probably going to pass on buying a bar and just make my own. Because, you know, it's anything I find that I like is more than I'm willing to pay. But, I don't know. If you're interested in, well, heck, probably by the time you see this video, to be completely honest, it'll be done. I'm so behind on the brew reviews that I just need to stop them for a while. That might be what I have to do on that one. So, moving on. My score is going to be I would say it's going to be a strong 4 out of 5. Strong 4 out of 5. What would tip it over into the 5 column? A little less dryness on the palate, because at the very, 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 very end of it all, it does sort of have a little bit more of a dry cardboard kind of sensation, but it's not horrible. It's not. I wouldn't complain very much, but I'm just saying that's what I sense. That's what I'm getting. I can tell, okay? But lower the calorie and carb count a little bit, but then again, I guess that's what really makes it what it is, right? So I guess maybe I just need to adjust to it. Oh. Leave me alone for 2 minutes. My fair price on this. I would like to see $3 for a taller one, but for a 12 ounce, I think it's a little bit high, but we'll leave it alone. My fair price would probably be more towards the $2.50 mark, but $3 is fine. Would I buy this again? I very much would consider it. I very much so would consider it. I guess that's going to be it for this one. And in the comment section, I'd like to know where you're at. What are you currently drinking? What do you think about the Sierra Nevada, the Citra line, the little thing? And what's your favorite? You like hazy IPAs, or Imperials? Well, as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. Have a good one. I'm gonna have